Hello and welcome to another episode of MLS Ireland, a brand new season. Yes, it is week 2. I missed last week just because I wanted to get the teams correct. So this is where my predictions start. So enjoy. Thank you very much for joining us on for week 2, my predictions. I'm looking forward to this. So let me get started and saying thank you very much for joining. And hope if you like it, hit the subscribe button, the like and the share, whatever. Get these wee points up, for the crack. So I'm going to start off with the first game. Chicago Fire against Orlando. Kind of thinking this is going to be a tight game, but I think Chicago Fire may have it. Just over Orlando, because Orlando did do very well against NYC, but they were kind of away from home, NYC, but I think Chicago Fire may have this because they're at home and they didn't do too bad against LA Galaxy last week, so I'm going to think this game is going to be 2-1 to Chicago Fire. Thank you, and I want to give a wee special shout out to Sky Sports, who said this game is going to be on and then took it off again on Thursday, so we only got 2 games this week rather than the 3, so thank you very much, Sky Sports. The next game is New England against Columbus Crew. New England didn't really excite me last season. They always seem to do well against the teams that you wouldn't really expect them to do, but they did very well against Dallas away to Dallas, so maybe this season, maybe their season where they may crack into the top 6, get into the playoffs. I don't really see them being that team who would push for an MLS Cup or anything like that, unfortunately, not this season, but I've been wrong before. And they are playing Columbus Crew, who should be pushing up trees this season, because I'm actually looking forward to them playing when they're actually now saved. So hopefully this one's going to be a good one. They drew against New York Red Bull, which is quite hard to do in the MLS, because Red Bulls are a pretty good team, so I'm going to go for this game 1-1, just for the fact is New England can probably surprise you against the bigger teams, the teams that you don't think really are going to do well, and they end up doing very well, like last week. The next game is FC Dallas against LA Galaxy. I'm kind of predicting this one to be 1-0 to FC Dallas. I think FC Dallas should really consider more like they did last season, start off the games hard to beat and then go for the 1-0s and such, and I kind of think they're going to do this right now, because I kind of think they took New England for granted and then just basically try to play when they really should be just trying to get this 1-0, and like if that was last season it would have been 2-0 probably to FC Dallas rather than 1-1, so I'm kind of going for them going back to their basics, another game at home, and actually getting this one over the line, so it's going to be 1-0 to them. The next game is Houston Dynamo against Montreal. Houston Dynamo drew against Real Salt Lake, which is a bit more surprising one when they were actually doing alright in the MLS Cup. Not in the MLS Cup, sorry, the Champions League. I suppose that's probably the reason why they drew, and they already played this week too, and they got beat in the Champions League, so I'm going to guess that they're going to have not say a weaker team, but a team more focused on something else, so I'm going to go for 1-1. I think Montreal do have enough to score a goal, but Houston at home are pretty good, not pretty good away, but pretty good at home, so I'm going to go for 1-1. The next game is Real Salt Lake against Vancouver Whitecaps. Vancouver got beat last week against Minnesota away, which is very weird for Minnesota winning away, and Vancouver always seem to score 2 when they're at home. Don't know why, they always seem to do that, but and Real Salt Lake, drew Houston, so I'm going to go for this one 2-1 to Real Salt Lake, just for the fact is Vancouver are away from home, and then without Davis I don't really see much them doing very well this season, unfortunately, unless they get another cracking player through the ranks, and then it'll be great again. And the next one, Seattle Sounders against Colorado. Yeah, I got Colorado correct this time. I'm going to think Seattle Sounders is actually going to be a pretty good team this year. I think they're going to learn from their mistakes from the last 4 or 5 seasons, starting off slow, so I think they're going to hit the ground running, and I'm going to start doing very well this season, so I'm going to go for this 2-0, just for the fact is Colorado are getting better. They're not better, but they're getting better, so I'm going to expect a wee bit more of a competition, but I'm still thinking Seattle's going to get this one, even though Colorado done very well against Portland Timbers last week, 3-all, which is no mean feat. So it's going to be an exciting game. And then the next game, it's going to be on TV here. Happy days. Another DC United game, and NYSC SC. Bit of a shocker for you. I believe DC is going to win this game, and I don't think New York City FC are going to do very well this season, unless they get rid of their manager and buy a proper exciting player perhaps. But you know, the season is new and this is what we're looking forward to. But I'm thinking 1 to New York, 2 to DC. You can't beat Acosta and Rooney and Areola up front, so they're doing pretty well. So I'm going to go for 2-1. That's going to be on TV here, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then Sporting Kansas City against Philadelphia. Kind of feel sorry for Philadelphia that they started spending money, but probably in the regions where you don't think they need to spend money in the forward line. They could score goals. It's just, I think they need more somebody in the back line to really help keeping out goals. They have a brilliant goalkeeper, they have a fantastic goalkeeper, but I just think they just kind of need to stop the defensive. And then they're playing against the Sporting Kansas City team, who are doing pretty well in the Champions League. Even they lost 2-1 away from home, which isn't too bad, and then they have to go at home. So I'm kind of thinking this may be a tight game. They may have an idea of, or their minds on different things. So, but I'm still thinking they're going to win this one 2-0 to Sporting Kansas City. But as I said, Sporting Kansas City could have their mind on something else, and this game could go either way. As from last season, Philadelphia could have beat Atlanta, but they would have lost to Orlando. But that's the way it goes. And then Atlanta against Cincinnati. Tricky one. I think Atlanta are playing their stronger team, not like Toronto did last season, when they kind of just played their second string and then lost every single game. I think Atlanta's doing the right thing and trying to get the teams properly in the two competitions, as well as Sporting Kansas, as well as the rest of them, really, in fairness. And they're doing very well at that. And they're playing against the Cincinnati, brand new team. I kind of think they're not going to get there. It's going to be a hard game for them to win, so I'm going to go for 3-0 to Atlanta, just for the fact that Cincinnati are new and Atlanta know how to win at home. Then no, that's going to be on TV here too. Happy days. Then LAFC against Portland Timbers. LAFC 2-1. Sorry, Portland, but you couldn't even beat Colorado. So, and games are all going to be away from home for quite a while, so it's going to be a tricky season unless you get this properly, get this mentality of winning away, because he didn't really do that much last season. As for the MLS Cup, you showed that, but I'm hoping this season will be a good one when you all start playing your games at home and you'll be seeing all the wins in a row again like last season. So hopefully that's going to be the same. And that is it for this week, I believe. Yep, that is it. So I'm looking forward to these games this week. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you on the next one.